Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up? How are you doing? Oh. This is like two friends catching up like online for the whole audience to watch.
I know, man. How are you looking as pretty as ever?
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm very, very good. I mastered the art of jhadu pocha, cutting vegetables, removing cobwebs from the ceiling. So if you ever have any services after the lockdown, for me to come and sweep and swap for you, me to do small errands, I'm available.
I think that'd be fab. Yeah, imagine Sid K coming over.
And
So
then
that is what
I've
lockdown
mastered
is
this,
teaching you.
and I've mastered this dance step also like this.
This is for TikTok, is it?
Yeah, man. I'm living on TikTok nowadays, yeah. What's
I
up? You
saw.
wanna
I
come?
was just going through all your TikToks. Oh, your baby's here.
Come. Say hi. That's Adhira.
Hi, Adira.
Hello.
So
Give flying
pretty.
kissy. So pretty.
So pretty.
Today she made French fries for me, na?
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
and today she's also gonna make custard for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Custard is already there.
Custard's already ready.
Yeah.
Then are you gonna give it to my friend or not? Custard.
Yeah.
Say yes properly.
Yeah.
Naughty girl.
No, good.
Spoiling you, huh? Very nice.
Yeah. I'm a very pampered man, yeah. Two daughters,
Touch
lovely
wood.
wife.
Touch wood. Touch
Two
wood.
daughters, lovely wife. Couldn't have asked for more.
So the first question actually goes to you. Apart from the fact that we're all locked down and how is it going? How are you dealing with three women in the house?
Listen, I'll tell you one thing. How are they dealing with me is the question.
I agree to
Agree.
that. Knowing you,
That
I
is,
agree to that. Yes.
so I'm the one who creates chaos in the house. I'm the one who starts doing things randomly. I'm the one who's dirtying the house. So everything, my daughter is 4 years old, but I behave like a two-year old. So that's the scene. So my wife has been given the Patience Award.
Oh
My
my
daughter
God.
has been given, Adira has been given the Bravery Award. And my 1.5-year-old Saisha has been given the Warrior Award. Because
And what
Saisha
is
and
your
me,
award like?
my award is Naughtiest Boy in the World Award.
That is an old one, yeah. You come up with a new one.
You already know that about me, Mike.
Of course. Listen, so many years, obviously.
Yeah, man. Acha, tell me, so is this your lockdown look always?
I've just tidied myself slightly more, but yeah, this is how I am.
How nice, how nice. Why not? I keep telling people, even during lockdown, why is it that we always have to be in a certain way? A lot of people
Why
say,
a
"Arey yaar,
mess? Why
yeah,
a
why a
mess?
mess?" Yeah.
You you have to dress up and look for yourself, not for, I mean, great if you have to look good for everybody else, but you have to feel good, right? I mean, we are working every day, feel good about yourself.
There you go. You hit the nail on its head. Now you should also start making TikTok videos.
No chance that is happening. I'm not going to say anything. But listen, before
Huh.
all of this, I have one legit question, which I think I wanted to ask you over the years. Where do you get this bundle of energy from?
Okay, to be honest, I genuinely love life. Okay, my zeal for life is phenomenal. I cherish every minute. Uh, I also believe that every minute, you can't take it for granted. Like when I'm talking to you, I feel I can't take this moment for granted. When I go for a radio TV interview, I can't take that for granted. When I wake up and say good morning, I cannot take that for granted. Like whenever I meet my both the daughters in the morning, the first thing I say, good morning. And my younger one loves the song Bala. All right. So we tell Alexa to play Bala and we all start dancing. And in the
How
morning,
cool.
sometime, yeah, I promise you, I actually get into their room saying good morning with Bala song. Then what I do is suddenly I make my wife clap for my daughters to clap for my house help. And we actually do that in the morning and all, yeah. Because I believe whatever you do, if you start cribbing, all right, then life will teach you a lesson and make you realize that we should be grateful for what we have. And
Yes.
that's the truth,
Yeah. Yeah, that's
you
true.
know.
I agree. I totally agree. But every time I've met you and all the interviews you've taken and, where I've been a witness of, I'm always wondering this bundle of energy. He makes people smile only with his voice. Like,
How nice.
everybody here knows that you're a pioneer on the FM radio. I mean, we are all hearing your show on 104.8. But and every time I hear you, I'm like, where does he get this smile and energy from? And I said, I have to ask him. And I'm sure this can be passed on to a lot of people who are listening and hearing you right now. So,
Listen, there's also another side to me, by the way, which probably you'll only get to know. Like my wife, Neha, actually says at times that, listen, you don't even talk at times. So there is another side to me too.
because you conserve your energy.
There you go. So it's not like 24 hours a day, I'm like buzzing all the time, but I preserve my energy, right? There are times when you meet my wife, she'll actually genuinely tell you, you won't even know that I exist in my house. But that's also important, right? It's like a gun.
True.
You have a gun with bullets. It's important to use the right bullet at the right time. And we also have an alter ego, right? So there's a side to us, Aahuti, like the way you're talking to me now. For example, tomorrow after the lockdown, maybe I see you in a different situation. You might end up being very different with me, right?
Yeah,
But
true.
But one thing for me is what I feel at that moment is what I express. All right?
Yeah.
So if I feel something, you will know it.
Sure.
And I'm very open about my feelings. I don't have manipulation about my feelings. I'm very capable of doing an interview with you and saying, hey, you know what? I am not feeling on top of the world and I'm willing to talk to you about it too. All right?
Wow.
So I have my heart on my sleeve. I have my emotions on my sleeve. And maybe that's why I'm a little light on my head. It's very easy for a person to pick up the phone and say something to me. And if it triggers a certain emotion, I might even
carry it in and you'll express it.
And I'll express it to you. I might just end up unfolding my whole life to you. Because I believe that if you use this for thinking, manipulating XYZ, half your time goes there. You get what I'm saying?
That's incredible. That's incredible. Because for people like you who are front facing the camera, you're interviewing so many people across. Sometimes I wonder, how do you deal with your own emotions? Like something might trigger, something might piss you off. But for instance, I've always seen you smiling. So I'm like, is he always like this, or does he have a side which is, sort of restrained to his house? But this is brilliant that, you bring it up in your work as well, which is what makes you real.
Also, I'll tell you what happens is sometimes when something pisses me off, and a brilliant point, great line, Aahuti, I've also maybe over a period of time figured out the art of overcoming that too. Like for example, God forbid you say something to me, which may piss me off. Because of life and experiences, I can feel that, oh my God, it doesn't matter in the bigger picture. All right. Also, it's very important not to take yourself seriously, Aahuti. For example, when I interview an Akshay Kumar, all right, I love Akshay, but Akshay is very, very sharp. If he doesn't want to answer some stuff, he will give it to you on your face. If Akshay, you know that better. You've been in the celebrity management business. You've done so much. So what do? And Akshay will come and he say something to you because he obviously may not want to answer a question or whatever. And I love him for that. What do you do in a situation like that? You allow people to take jokes on yourself too. So I allow you, give you the freedom to pull my leg. Moment I allow you to do that on me, I immediately...
You can do it, yes, you can do it on the other person as well. Which actually brings me to what I want to ask is, you're a people's person. You're out there talking to people, interacting with them all the time. What is a skill if somebody has to develop and get into a field which is a people's person field? What do you think should that person be inculcating or developing or sort of, understanding the most?
If a person is a people's person, right?
Yeah. If
What
that
skill
person
to
has to get
develop?
into, yeah, if that person has to get into the field like how you are out there, what is it that that person has to develop within himself or herself?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. First thing, if a person, the reason I'm in the profession that I'm in, whether it's radio, television, is not because, oh, I have developed some skills. There are certain things that I've been born naturally with. I'm born as a people's person. When I was a child,
Yeah.
my father would hold my hand and make me cross the road. And maybe I'd meet someone on the road. It could be an old gentleman. It could probably be a dudwala. And I used to say hi to all of them. And because of my personality is why I'm in the profession that I'm in. I've not got into the profession saying, अच्छा मुझे presenter बनना है, social media influencer बनना है, तो मैं ये inculcate करूंगा.
Hmm.
Now, if there's a person who's a little bit of an introvert, you can still be in our profession. But the
True.
route you will take, the
Maybe
route you will
different.
take is different, right? Today,
Yeah.
Aahuti, the way you're talking to me right now is a beautiful style in itself, right? You're also bringing an effortless ease to yourself. The way you're talking, you're throwing in one thing and you're making me open up, right?
Yes, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
So at the end of the
That is
day,
something that is something I always tell, like in my field when I'm talking to talents, and this is something incredible what you actually brought up. I always say that talent remains. Talent is what we can grow, but talent is the base of everything. So what you, I mean, effectively you're saying it's your personality, but it's your talent that you're out there, you can connect to people.
and also, like I told you, like it's important to love people. It's very important. Talent is important. I agree. But in our thing, if you are a people's person, you like people, moment you start building connections. Now, what are you and me doing right now? You
Yeah,
and me are
sure.
not doing talent stuff right now. We are
Of course.
connecting human being to
Connecting.
human being. That's all.
Yep.
And the
Yep.
connections have to be real. It has to
That's
be
true.
raw. Years back, I remember, and let me tell you, there's a lot of people here who are sending messages. So I want to say
Yes,
thank you.
I'm
Uh,
sort of reading most of them, but they're like kind of engrossed in our conversation as well.
yeah, man. So at the end of the day, I'm seeing all these messages. All right, I must tell you, every person that I've interviewed has taught me a lot of things about life. I treat it like a journey. All right. There's a friend of mine called Jimmy Felix from Asthma Band. He's a
Yes,
performer.
yes,
Jimmy's putting a
I
lot of
just saw.
comments there. Now, I will tell you, for example, because he's here, Chandu Ke Chacha song, he and his gang have done. Jimmy's been one of my closest friends for years. I lost touch in the middle. I'm back being great friends with him. I would love the fact that when I would interview Jimmy, he would make the interviewer feel as if he's the most special person on the face of this planet. And I love that. And I realized
Wow.
that he had that power, which he had himself,
Yeah,
which he would convert to house parties when he would play music for his friends. He would make you feel on top
yeah,
of the world because he's born with
yeah,
that. So
yeah,
every time, like for example, I had given you a quote about Akshay Paji. I love him because today he's like
yeah,
a brother to me. When I do interviews with Akshay, he makes me be on my toes. He hugs me, he gives me love, but he keeps me on my toes, which makes
yeah.
me sharper in the head because I know if I'm going to
Yes,
say something, I'll get something back, which is beautiful.
yeah.
A
You
Ritik
take home
Roshan,
something.
a Ritik Roshan is very, very inspirational. He'll always give you a brilliant message, which you take home back. You understand? A Ranveer Singh will come and say, wow, with that whirlwind energy. He makes you believe that, boss. Again, life is great. No matter what
Yeah.
happens, you'll get the best out of me.
So I'm going to ask you a very difficult question, and I think you should be prepared for this one. Of all the people you've interviewed, this could be very difficult. So I'm going to give you five options. Who are your
Sure.
top five favorite?
Okay. Uh, people too difficult to interview, huh?
No, no, your favorite ones that you've
Okay, okay.
interviewed, like
Okay, okay.
memorable.
So sure. Not in the same order, but I'm just going to throw 5 minutes. Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shah Rukh
Woo!
Khan. Because I'll tell you why. No matter what you talk to him, he will always give something back to you. Now, if he's
Of
talking to a
course.
16-year-old, he will make that 16-year-old feel as if Shah Rukh is 16 years old too, right? He
Yes.
gets onto your wavelength. If he knows your style of interviews is irreverent, he will be irreverent. If you know your
Correct.
philosophically approach, he will be the same way as well. So
Yes.
Shahrukh can talk to you on any level. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Number
I
two.
agree. He literally looks into your eye and he makes that conversation and makes you feel so important. And that kind of engages more and more and more. So I agree. I hear you on that one. Go ahead.
Number two, Ranbir Kapoor. I remember when he came to me for Savaria into my radio station. Uh, I remember he was supposed to come at 6 p.m. All right. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be at the gate with my producer to receive him. And suddenly, he comes to the sixth floor alone with his PR person because he came half an hour alone, you know? And I was like, damn, there was no one receiving him at the gate. There
So
was no one,
he was earlier than scheduled.
and there was no one to receive him at the gate. So he just comes on top. And then I'm sitting on the sofa, like half asleep. He puts his hand on my head and says, wow, Sid, and starts talking to me. That was before Savaria.
Wow.
But can I tell you, post him being a superstar, he still has the same attitude. Ranbir Kapoor does not take his stardom seriously.
Seriously. I hear you on that. I agree on that as well.
And that's the hallmark of an achiever. When you don't take
Yeah.
your stardom seriously, which means you can get into any character you want because you're only dealing with characters, you're dealing with human emotions. And
And you're back
again,
to yourself then.
that's it. So today,
Yeah.
whether Ranbir is successful, which he is, God forbid, for some time he may not be, and again he might be, all the phases he can handle brilliantly because he does not
Exactly.
take his stardom seriously.
Yeah.
Number
I
three,
agree.
Ranveer Singh. Now I'll
Oh
tell
my
you.
God. What
So when
energy
he,
that guy has.
no, besides that, I'm going to tell you. So he enters my radio station. On the right, there are 7, 8 people from our radio station. On the left as well. And they are all doing a dance to his number, which is so beautiful. That man, within 3 minutes, ends up hugging all the 5, 10 people on the left side, 5, 10 people on the right side. He makes every person feel special before, during, and after an interview. Even a security guard, who we all love and respect, will even feel more special. Do you realize that? That man makes you feel special. When you're with him, even for 30 seconds, he's saying, wow, you deserve my full blown energy because energy can
Yeah.
tie you out. So,
That's
which
true.
means he's got the power in his hand to make anyone and everyone feel on top of the world, even
Feel.
in 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Totally.
Number four.
He'll enter a room, and I think that energy of that room just lights up. Every time I've met him, even if it's work, he will enter with that exuberance, irrespective of how he feels, which is what is like, wow, this guy is full of life because this is what he takes seriously. I also feel that.
Okay. I love Anushka Sharma, because Anushka has no two sides. Anushka is a lady from day one when she came to do her films till now. She has been very, very real.
Real. That's right.
So, Anushka, no matter what you ask her, you will not get a diplomatic answer. She will say it as it is, which is brilliant. And even when she says it as it is, it doesn't offend people. Today, I can be
Correct.
blatant to you as well, right? But at the
Correct.
same time,
Correct.
I don't have the power to be blatant and say, hey, I'm going to upset you.
Yeah.
Blatancy
That's
can
right.
also be
Yes.
told in a different way. You're honest, but you don't need to hurt someone. And Anushka has that power. She'll be very, you ask her anything, she'll say, "Thut as it is." But at the same time, you'll be like, wow, it doesn't make anyone feel bad. So she's got
Yeah.
the power of being honest, yet making you feel that whatever she says touches your heart without upsetting anyone. So Anushka.
Nice.
And number 5, what about Varun Dhawan? Varun is very, very naughty. बहुत naughty है, बहुत बदमाशी करता है. Suddenly I'll do an interview with him when he'll go to a computer next to that and he'll start playing some music, Then he'll maro on chabi, he'll maro something which will trigger off an emotion. He'll pull your leg, he'll do all that. He's actually the naughty
But he's
boy
such a
in the last.
gentleman. But he's
There you
such a
go.
gentleman.
There
What
you
a
go.
gentleman.
Yeah.
I've
And
had
he's like that.
conversations with him at the award functions in the green room. Oh my God, irrespective of who you are or whether he knows you or not, he's so kind, helpful, and I think that just sort of blew me away. And I saw that, I think, the first year after Student of the Year, and that continues up until last year when I saw him for Umang or one of the award shows. I can't remember. Incredible choices, Sid. Incredible.
That's why you'll notice all people who are true achievers in the sense of the word achiever are all people who will always be great with human beings. Because people make us, man. People make
Yes,
us,
true,
right?
true,
Right now,
true,
when you're
true.
talking to me at this time, you're contributing to my life, Ahuti. If I don't give you all that I have, that's not being fair to you. It's not being fair to me, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, every conversation, every experience is what is making us, and if we give it our all, you never know what better can come out of it.
Yeah, man. Okay, I want to say hi to a few people if you don't mind. So let's
Please,
do this.
please.
Yeah. So I'm going from the top. Whoa. What? I like this. Ambarish, hello, brother. Hope you're doing well. Lots of love. Be happy, mere bhai. Afro Jack. Hi, Afro Jack.
Nice name.
Mukhtar, Sam 92, Love Patel, The Shubs, Kalpesh, Real Shivam Shukla. Hello, bhai. Dave, Official, Dhruv, Gaurav 2890, Rakhtim. Wow.
Lots of my
Nakbal.
friends around, lots of my team
Hi.
members as well.
Tarang Insta, Pulkit
Yes.
Live. Wow, Mirang Manik, hello. Fan of Three Legends joined. Who are these three legends, man? Mirang, thank you for your compliments. Viren Gelod. Yeah. Navneet Solanki. My God, yeah. Kulpreet says you're very, very pretty. I agree to that one,
Thank you.
Kulpreet. And she's also very, very
Thank you.
intelligent. And
Thank you.
Guru Randhava Shruti, Daddy's Girl, Gaur Amit. Hello, brother. Amit Gaur is
What a nice.
actually an actor and he's also a
Yes.
fitness guru.
I'm a,
And I love him, the way he does his fitness videos. I'm going to be jamming with him very soon. Parmin626, Jimmy Felix, we just spoke about you. Rima Sangvi, how you doing?
Tanvi,
Rituraj sir, kaise
hi.
aap?
I can see all your emoticons.
All right, there you go. What's your second? Googly at me.
So, Google, did I even throw a Google at you? Not
No,
yet.
no. But you're allowed
Um,
to.
so I'm sure interviewing and interacting with so many people, sometimes there has it been a experience where you put your foot in the mouth?
Actually, I'll tell you what has happened is whatever I do is part of what I am, and in the bigger picture is what I want to do. Now, I'll give you an example. Years back, when radio interviews were not shot, all right,
Yeah, yep,
and I was interviewing this superstar, and I was talking to him and asking him very bindas questions, like, as if he was my best friend. And I
yeah.
remember this PR coordinator, she held me like this and said, "You can't ask this." So I was like, okay. Again, I went forward and she again stopped me. "You can't talk like this." Again, I went forward. And third time she did this. And I remember looking at the lady and I asked the star and I said, "You know what? I'm talking to you like I would talk to my elder brother. Are you okay with the way I talk?" So he's like, yeah, man, I'm loving this. And he was like, I've been bored of what's been happening all day. And I like what you're doing. And he told this PR lady that, you know what? Relax, just let it be. I like this. Yeah, chill. So you know what I did? I continued. And when the interview got over, he actually clapped and he called that PR girl back and said, "You know what? Just the way I want to do films which are different, this gentleman, Siddharth, is also trying to do interviews which are different."
With a
So
difference.
so just the way we want to do stuff, they are allowed to do stuff that way as well. So he says, just because you are used to a certain format of interviews doesn't
Yeah.
mean he's supposed to do that. And sorry, I stopped till he told that PR lady, but I can see he's making a difference to how interviews should be done. I took that audio recording, I went to that label, whichever label that was, which is very close to me, and I called the four top people and I played that interview. And they said, "Wow, yeah, maza aa gaya." Then they said, "But you could have sent this to us on WhatsApp." I said, "No, I wanted to see your reactions." And they
Your
said,
reactions, yes.
"Yeah." And they said, "Yeah, we loved it." And I said, someone from your team was trying to stop me while doing this interview. They called that lady and they said, you know what, never stop this guy for what he does. Because sometimes what happens is whenever we want to make a difference, like when I used to do corporate interviews or not even corporate interview, events. I remember when I
Events where
started
you're
off,
hosting master
you
of
know,
the ceremony or an MC.
I would jump on the chairs. I would suddenly talk in a certain way to a CEO. Like when I'm talking to you, there's always going to be respect. I might have fun with you, I might have jokes with you, but I'll still have that respect. And I
Sure.
remember I was briefed a certain way. I went on stage and I did exactly what I wanted to do. Because I was told, यार हमारा crowd जो है, ये ऐसा crowd नहीं है. हमारा crowd जो है, ये ऐसा crowd नहीं है. हमारे CEO जो ऐसा नहीं है. And then I was like, if you're going to tell me beforehand, the crowd is not like this, the CEO is not like this, that's the whole idea, right? You've got me to make a difference. If I listen to everything you do, then I become like all the other 20 MCs. You get what I'm saying?
Correct.
What is my biggest asset is the value add that I do. And I promise you,
Who you are
1 minute,
as a person.
there you go. 1 minute before the stage show started, I looked at the showrunner and I told her, I said, listen, you're the only person who knows this. Whatever has been discussed is not going to happen. But I promise you after 3 hours, you will thank me and this client's going to come back to you 10 times again. She said, what are you saying, Siddharth? And I jumped into the crowd. And I promise you, after 3 hours, 12 minutes, I went to that lady first and I looked at her and I said, what do you think? And she said, man, you've changed our lives because it was a new agency. But I had to do that, right? I had to do that. And after that, by God's grace, people started talking about my energy, my madness. But you know what? I know how to build different fields also. You have to have energy. But at the same time, the audience needs to know that you have soul too. Right?
Correct. They need to connect with you. It could be in any way, in any emotion that you're trying to connect with them, which is, I think, so inspirational. Yeah, this conversation is memorable, and how.
So I'm just trying to tell you is that all that we do, we have to be strong enough to tell the people in front or not tell the people in front and do what we have to do. If Aahuti does not bring her touch to the interview, that question list can be given to anyone, yeah. It can be given to you, it can be given to A, B, C, D. But what you bring to that question is one thing which only Aahuti you can do or the viewers can do. And that's what makes it a dream question. So I've broken a lot of rules.
And a dream conversation. And what comes out of it is so organic. Instead of, okay, this is A, B, C, D, stick to it.
Yeah, man. So it's like that. So at the end of the day, we've got to bring what we've got to bring to the table, and that can only be done by your personality. So I've broken a lot of rules. There have been times when suddenly after an interview, someone will call me late in the night and saying, "Arey yaar, wo card dena yaar, wo card dena." And I'll suddenly call the star and get them on a con call and say, "Bhai, did you have a problem?" He's saying, "No, yeah." And now everyone's accepted it. You know, because I could have stopped the way I did interviews. I could have stopped the way I could have done hosting of events, but I never did that.
But you know, I want to actually address this and bring up something incredible is that you are able to do this not just because you have a certain kind of an energy and you connect to people, but imagine you can also do this because you have a great rapport with the people you work with. They trust you for your work and they allow you to, take that leap and, dive into whatever you want to connect at. And the fact that you've connected with so many stars, actors, artists, talents, musicians, everybody from the industry, and they trust you for who you are, and they just let go because Sid is going to take over and we're completely fine. I've seen all my actors do that with you. I mean, you walked into the vanity and wanting to record a interview, and I've seen otherwise everybody like, no, not now. And if Sid walks in, let's do this, it's party time, and I'm just looking saying, okay, when did this become a party? So this is what I think this is your quality, and I must congratulate you on
Thanks,
this.
yeah.
Incredible.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. Yeah, man.
And having said that, I want you to tell our viewers what is your advice you would give to newcomers who are stepping into your field?
Okay, before that, I want to say hi to a few more people.
Yes,
Raviana,
please.
Ahuti, you're my favorite.
Ravi.
Wow, that's good, man. Gagan,
Ravi.
bha. It's okay. Why are you
Thanks,
laughing
Ravi.
like that? Huh?
He's one of my talents.
Why not? Ravi, I'm also totally besotted by her, just the way you are. Suman Chelani, how are you, my dear Suman? She's also a very, very top-notch anchor. Kantil, my brother. Aditya Singh Chauhan, योगासन भाई हमें भी सुना दे यार. Wow, Kantil, कैसा मेरी जान? I love you, baby. Kantil is baby as in he's a brother, but I call him baby. He doesn't shave, and he's also called a love machine in our group. Uh,
Wow, what a name.
okay, listen. I want to know. All right, now that you deal with so many celebrities, you've thrown a lot of questions at me. Sometimes is it tough dealing with the mood swings, and how do you handle those mood swings? Celebrities have mood swings, right? Be honest. I'm not going to ask you names. If you want to say names, it's great.
Yeah, everybody has mood swings. I think the first and foremost thing which I learned earlier in my career was this is not out of a textbook. This is not a manual you can follow. Exactly what you applied your personal touch. It's a human management. So we're dealing with people's emotions, which could be good, bad, high, low, whatever. So you deal with it straight on and have a human connection. So if that person is having a bad day, you understand, you sort of express compassion, sympathy, empathy, whatever in whatever form, and then you get on with it. If that person needs you to hear them out, you hear them out. When you need to draw a line, you draw a line. Um, and often people are pulled up for having bad days. Often, um, but it's the kind of rapport you build, and whether they are projecting their emotions on you, or they're having a bad day, or you are having a bad day. So I just think people say, oh, there are a lot of tantrums and all, but once you know the human, once you know the person, you sort of know how to maneuver around it. Like you know that this person doesn't like this, and this one is okay with this. You're gonna know, okay, so this is my template, and let's maneuver around it.
Superb. So you're also like a friend, confidant, and a psychologist.
All the time, all the time, all the time. I'm like this amma. I'm this agony aunt, but I'm more like a mother figure, always trying to like, okay, it's okay, let's do this. And I can be really critical. So but
Yeah.
I think they've sort of got around it.
Wow, man. Wow. Well done, champ. All right.
You remember the IFA experience we had? We traveled together. Um, Neha, Neha, and me, we flew in together. This was New York IFA.
Tampa Bay.
Yes. Yeah.
Of
No,
course.
not Tampa. The New York one, the Times
Oh,
Square
New
one.
York. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
we
yeah.
we got off the airport together, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
I remember your phone not working, and we were trying to get in touch with. You wanted to get in touch with somebody. I remember all that.
See, that's the part of event business, right? You handle so much, whether it's event companies, whether it's performers, with the singers. When you're live event specialist, you handle so much. Things are not
Yeah.
always perfect. You understand? Backstage, there's
Yes.
crisis. You land sometimes. Logistics could be here, there. You get on the stage. Suddenly, pata che sound nahi kaam kar raha hai. Suddenly, pata the performers backstage are not ready. But that's what the beauty is. So when you ask me a question about how does one become a radio TV host, first thing is crisis management. One needs to know how to think on their feet, from landing at the airport to being wherever you are on stage or whatever. Crisis management and
Yeah.
thinking.
True.
If you start getting disturbed by it, you are finished. So if there's a problem which
Correct.
is happening and you're upset, you can't think, right? You got to say, "Tika
Yeah.
hua," you move forward and you make a joke out of it and you go forward.
Yeah.
I've learned how to make jokes and funny things out of situations that have gone wrong. You have to. Like if sometimes
Wow.
something goes wrong, and I'm actually involving the backstage person on stage, because the backstage person is coming to give you some information in your ear. Maybe you don't have
Yeah,
the in
yeah,
your piece. I've
yeah,
actually used
yeah.
that person and done a gag on the spot. And then I'll go back and the person will, sir, yaar, aapne kya kiya, sir? आपको नहीं करना चाहिए था. Though I've been funny, right? Because that's the
Yeah.
whole thing. Moment you say, okay, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, there is a problem. We will get back to you. Please bear with
You drain
us.
the energies. No, no, you drain the energy straight up. You distract the audience right there.
So what I've done is I've learned that. You understand? I come from a time when I used to do radio at the age of 14, when I used to be live on Times FM. I'm in front of the mic. We used to play CDs. So I'm playing a CD in the CD player, introducing a song. And because the CD had scratches, the CD would start shaking and the song would not play. And I learned the art of how to make fun of it. So suddenly I'm saying, yo, ye gana raha hai, for example, Jumma Chumma De De, film Humse, and suddenly the CD is skipping. I'm saying, look, even the CD skips a beat when it hears my voice. ये देखो, CD भी मुझसे प्यार करता है, ठीक है? और अब हम लोग CD लेकर आगे बढ़ते हैं ये गाने के साथ. You understand?
Yeah.
So I learned the art. So all my life, I've applied that principle too. Sometimes, things go wrong and you make fun of it and you have fun with it. So I'm not a
Yeah.
person in situation who'll say, Acha, dosto, problem ho gaya, don't worry. I request you to be patient. I'll never do that. I will make that into a situation. I'll make that into a gag, which is what I do in interviews too, right?
That defines what a great entertainer you are. Because you do not pause the entertainment. You let that go on whilst everything else is figured. But I want to ask you one thing, which is not on the list given to me, but
Can I tell you, I
since
don't even
we're in
remember the list of questions, by the way.
awesome, amazing. So
Just go for it, man.
we're in this live industry, and I think a lot of listeners also understand this and must be wanting this answer. What are a few things you never let go? Like some basic etiquettes or ethics you were like, you put your foot down saying, I'm not doing this anymore. There has to be some sort of trigger which
Sure.
you are not going to let go.
Yes, so I'll tell you what. For example, if someone comes, because everyone comes with a preconceived notion, someone does. I meet at least one or two clients a year who will come up with some brief, which means to alter your complete personality. Versatility is great. You understand? Versatility is great. So, for example, ladies and gentlemen, मैं हूं सिद्धार्थ कन्नड़, मेरे साथ इस वक्त है आहूति. Ladies and gentlemen, इस वक्त मेरे साथ है आहूति. Thank you so much for being with us, Aahuti. I'm so happy. That's also a tone. That's also a part
Sure,
of me. That's also a part of
sure,
me. But they
sure.
come up with such kind of a brief, which is altering your personality completely. So either you tell them that, listen, I stand by who I am. I will merge your brief with who I am, and I'll do it beautifully. And you need to have faith. But if you still don't want that, and you're still insisting to go your way is the right way, which sometimes I feel my way and your way joining will be even more lethal, I put my foot down and saying, you know what? I'm okay backing off from this event. I appreciate the fact that you got in touch with me, but I think you've called me to bring something to the table, and I have let go of events. And by the way, within a couple of days, they call me back and saying, "नहीं नहीं sir, ठीक है आप जो करना चाहते हैं." Because somewhere you need to have the the non-fear of losing. I'm not scared to lose. I'm not
Brilliant,
scared to
brilliant
lose.
point. Yes, yes. You
So
can't work
that's
out of
why.
fear.
Yeah. So that's why with celebrities, uh, I was fortunate to be credited with one of the first few people in the business to talk to celebrities eye to eye, talk to men in a binda style, you know. Till today, God's been kind. I suddenly get messages from people online saying, Sir, ye aapki tarah baat karne ki koshish kar raha hai, which means I left a strong imprint on who I
Mark.
am.
Yes,
And
yes,
that,
yes.
if people copy it also, doesn't matter. It still comes back to me saying, wow. So please understand, you have to insist on people allowing you to be you, merging yourself with the content. Otherwise, you need to
Correct,
back off. Because if you do
correct.
exactly what they make you do, you will look like all the other 15 hosts who may be in the market,
With them,
which is
yes,
not good.
correct, correct.
So that's it. So
Even,
that's one
even,
thing.
even, I'll tell you something, just to add up to this, to what you said. Um, Arshad Varsi, the talent I represent, one of the talents I represent, he allows me to work with no fear. So if there is a sticky situation and I'm dealing with a producer, director, and I go like, listen, this can really go south, he'll be like, listen, you have everything in place. What you're talking is making sense. Why are you scared? Just go for it. He says, I'm there to back you up. And that I think is so empowering that do not work out of fear of losing. Work because you believe in it and you say it with that conviction. What you said, I mean, I'm just adding up a little bit behind the scene. I think it gives me a lot of energy to kind of go ahead a little bit more then.
So there you go, the fear of losing when it goes, you start becoming a brand in what you do. Because moment
Totally.
you start saying, अरे ये ऐसा कर दिया तो वैसा हो जाएगा, शो बाद में नहीं मिलेगा, you're done. Because you have to use that pushing the envelope, pushing the boundary. That's what makes you, and that's what
Yeah,
makes a difference,
yeah,
right? Now, if
yeah,
you think,
yeah,
if I cross the
absolutely.
boundary and God forbid, ye hua, you'll never cross the boundary.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then you're only thinking and what's going to
You're
go wrong and
thinking.
what's going to happen. Yeah.
Today I was doing a webinar for the event fraternity who I love so much, okay? And they're doing
Wow.
so much. They made me who I am, the entire event fraternity. And I remember when one of the moderators called me 2 days back and he said, Bhai, karna kya hai yaar? Main moderate kar raha hu. I told him one thing. I said, you know what? Let's take the reverse route. Everyone's obviously feeling what COVID is doing, and we empathize with that. We're all with it,
Yeah,
and we feel for it. But after a
yeah,
point, also, if you all keep repeating the same message, which is also important, but
yeah.
we can also say that we can have fun at home in these times, right?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Why
Be
not?
positive
Yeah.
about it. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So I told the moderator, why not you take the route and just go all out and have a blast as if you're in your college gang party. And the feedback we got was phenomenal because
Wow.
we took the other route. People were coming to see, what kind of gyan would come. Obviously, there was a little bit of gyan as well, but then they
Yeah,
were blown away because here were these 5 panelists who were having a ball because the moderator was kind enough to accept it and delve on it. So we went the reverse route, right?
yeah, yeah.
So that's it. Sometimes you just got to do something which you got to do. God forbid 1% it bounces and hits you on your face. You say, yeah, theek hai, this is what I was expecting also, right? Deep down.
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
People can be unpredictable, their reactions or whatever situation.
Huh.
Um, Having said that, Seven Entertainment has done a brilliant job with this initiative of quarantunes, put us together, and so many more people in the fraternity. So I want to know how important, or rather, what role does music play for you, and if you can sing a song for everybody who's watching.
Superb. So I'll tell you what, I love music. I'm crazy about music. My brother is Rishi K from Radio 194.3, my elder
Yes, of
brother.
course. Yes.
So he's 5 years older than me, though he says he's 3 years older than me. Then sometimes he says he's 2 years older than me. Sometimes he says I am older than him. So वो सब चलता रहता है, but he's 5 years older than me. So I'll tell you what. So I've grown up with him. We've shared the same room, and his choice of music used to be phenomenal, and I learned from that. All right. So for me, every situation, I listen to music. Today I was in the toilet and suddenly I started hearing the backdrop or background score of Agnipath. Suddenly. Because today when I woke up, I didn't feel that motivated. I was feeling like, yaar, chhodna yaar, main leta rehta hu.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I had work to do. So I just put Agnipath and then I got up like bloody Bachchan Sahab, the god, the king that he is. And Bachchan Sahab, I love you, man. You're the best. And I got out of bed like how Bachchan Sahab would get out of a scene or get into a scene. Like I said, right. And I walked out of my bed as if I was Amitabh Bachchan in Agnipath, man. So I
Character, full.
total, and I actually put the music when I was getting out of bed. Suddenly I listen to Rocky Balboa, Eye of the Tiger. Suddenly I listen to Ronan Keating when I start feeling romantic. So I do that. I
Wow.
really do. So,
Wow, what a range.
so music is what you feel. Like in a day, Aahuti, I'm telling you now, you're talking to me now. If you suddenly talk to me at 2 o'clock, you might just say, what's wrong with this guy? He's so different than what he was in the evening. It could be. So
Yeah,
every moment in my life is connected with music.
Yeah.
I have friends like I had Jasveer Kaur. Kaise ho, my darling? How are your kids? How are you doing? For example, if Jasveer Kaur, she's a television actress, a super mom. If I associate with her, I would associate with some music that we've had during the days when we used to party in nightclubs or whatever. So music makes me feel every moment of my life. But I'm a terrible singer, but I shall still sing for you because I'm a Bachchan Saab fan. So
Woohoo!
join me, okay? प्यार हमें किस मोड़ पे ले आया कि दिल करे हाय
Hi, hi.
कोई ये
कोई
बताए
ये
क्या
बता.
बात क्या होगा प्यार हमें किस मोड़ पे ले आया कि दिल करे हाय
Hi.
कोई ये बताए क्या होगा
Hoga.
so
Woohoo!
listen so I'm a terrible singer but I still enjoy my own singing
That is incredible because you love yourself, which is a quality all of us need to sort of imbibe. Love
darling
yourself,
you
believe in what you do,
Ahuti
what you say.
you nailed it love yourself so today if I love my besura singing trust me 90% of the people start joining me because they'll
Yeah,
say यार
true.
हम भी बेसुरे हैं
Absolutely.
हम भी बेसुरे हैं ये भी बेसुरा है ये बिंदास गा रहा है तो हम क्यों नहीं गाएं
हम भी गाते हैं उनके साथ. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You just take
है ना
people on with your journey. Yeah.
या
I,
या
actually, I missed one of the comments by a friend, Amit Gaur, your friend. Amit, thank you so much for the lovely comment you left. I forgot to reply then, but just thought I'll reply now before I forget.
okay listen to me Tarang.insta probably is your friend he
No,
says you're
no,
a
Tarang is my school friend. Tarang, no, you're not supposed to be saying all that.
come on hi Tarang Ahuti chal na ek do gana listen I totally made an ass out of myself by singing on song you can sing I'm sure you're much better singer than I am so Ahuti I want a song from you now
Oh my God. Uh,
come on Ahuti
this
Ahuti
is
Ahuti
Tarang, you just put me in a spot. Are you going to join me? Then I'm going to sing. But I
promise
can't
promise
sing,
I
but
will
I'll try.
चलेगा ना क्या फर्क पड़ेगा मेरे से तो बेटर गाओगी ही ना
अजीब दास्तां है ये, कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म, ये मंजिलें है कौन सी, कहाँ शुरू. Okay, I've forgotten the lyrics, but yeah, one of my all-time favorite songs. I can hum in every different voice. Lata ji's voice, any other cover singer who sings, brilliant.
wow I'm telling you all the people who already adore you Sanjay Parihar everyone Tanvi Afrojack love this session thank you so much yaar
Thank
and
you so much. We are just having a blast here, talk, catching up with each
famous
other.
hair salon अरे वाह famous hair salon who's this famous hair salon यार यार या तो मैं अपने अपने सफेद बाल को मैं अपनी बीवी का जो होता है ना वो काजल से मैंने काले किए हैं यार I need the salon now यार
Listen, a
famous
lot
hair
of
salon बचाओ
have you seen that meme where they said the first thing women are going to run, or rather, the first hair fashion that's going to be famous after quarantine is going to be people with white hair, all the women with white hair. But I
अरे
think
men
you
also
just love
यार
yourself, yeah. Enjoy
absolutely
yourself.
यार
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
super तो this ये जो काला
The-
काजल मैंने यहाँ डाला हुआ है I will remove it next time for our chat
Yes, please. Just be yourself. You can just walk out of the bed and come on to the chat.
oh wow man that sounded very but yeah
No, oh God, Sid.
okay
I have a
Siddharth
rapid fire for you.
go for it
It has to be rapid
okay
and
can I
with a lot
dance
of
while
tadka.
okay
Yes,
can I
please,
dance
please
instead
dance, jump, whatever, but it has to be rapid.
okay done
Your current favorite song?
क्या है मेरा मेरा करंट फेवरेट ओ माय गॉड
Come
ये है
on,
मेरा
rapid.
कम ऑन यार मेरा एक
What
पुराना
is
गाना है पर मैं बोलूं बिन तेरे सनम मर मिटेंगे हम आ मेरी जिंदगी it's not a current but I
uh,
listen to this
Done. Your favorite actor and actress?
my favorite actor in this whole wide world Ranbir Kapoor and my
Woo!
favorite Yeah. And my favorite actress is Alia Bhatt.
क्या बात है? Your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Agnipath. Agnipath. Bachchan
Um,
Saab's version, huh? I love Hrithik in what he did, but Bachchan Saab's version.
Incredible. Yeah. Interview or a live show?
Live show.
Wow. Very brave. Favorite book?
My favorite book. I haven't read a book in quite a while, but I like the book autobiography by Sachin Tendulkar.
Wow. It was his
Yeah,
birthday yesterday, right? Happy
I know.
birthday,
I
Sachin.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sachin. Sachin. You know how they do that, right? Then
Yes,
all
yes,
these
Sachin.
Australian commentators, English will say, Sachin is here.
Sachin. Yes.
Okay, do this. Sachin, Sachin,
Sachin. Oh, no,
Sachin.
don't take away the the rapid
Okay,
fire.
okay.
Your
Chalo.
favorite holiday destination?
My favorite, hi Rabba, holiday के बारे में सोच कर, but I'd love to be in Scotland.
Favorite genre of music?
My favorite genre of music is retro, Hindi and English both.
Favorite singer?
My favorite singer is Arijit Singh, and in English, it's a guy called Bruce Springsteen. And yeah,
First thing you're going to do after lockdown?
first thing I'm going to do after a lockdown is actually सच सच बताऊं मेरा मन है कि मैं जितने भी दोस्त हैं उनको जाके फिजिकल झप्पी दे दूं यार. But that may not,
अरे
you know, but that may not be the best thing to do. But I'm yearning to
social
hug people.
distancing.
Yeah, I'm yearning to hug
Yeah.
people. Yeah, I'm really yearning to hug people. Like, you know, right now I've got my brothers like Jimmy, Amit, all these people here, Kantil, and I'll be honest, I'm actually getting very emotional thinking about these people right now, man. I mean, I'm actually feeling a little senti because I'm going to value people even more, yeah. Auti, we
That's
got to
true.
value people. You know,
Yes.
I'll tell you one thing what I
Value
did.
people, value time, value the present that we are living in, and only grateful for God, grateful to God for what He's given us.
Can I tell you? So I had this friend in my late 20s. Okay, his name is Jignesh Joshi. He's Jigs Joshi on Instagram as well. And can I tell you, in my late 20s or something, maybe we had a quarrel, verbal quarrel, you know, like, jhagda vagda ho gaya tha, you know, young 28, 29-year-old boy, blah, blah, blah. And over the past couple of years, things were never the same between us. You know what I mean? We were friends, but we would never talk 2 hours on the phone. We would not vibe that same way. Would you believe during this lockdown, I actually called up Jigs Joshi and I told him, you know what, brother, I may have said something to you which may have upset you. Then he said, no, it's not your fault. I said, it's not about the fault, right? It's something that I'm feeling. It's not because you're at fault, I'm at fault. I'm really sorry and I value you because from my time I was 16 years old to 29, you were my best friend. And I'm sorry, I want you in my life. Forgive me for this, but I want you in my life. And would you believe with that one conversation cut to 7, 8 years later, because late 20s and 7, 8 years later, I just said this one line with him and spoke for 20 minutes and we are back being best friends. This is what the lockdown has taught us.
Wow.
This is what the lockdown has said. Ki,
Wow.
boss, small things don't matter, yaar.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
what? These things don't matter. इसके साथ झगड़ा किया, इसने मुझसे वो कहा, ये गलत था. Chuck it, man. तो मेरा यही है कि sorry, I know it's a rapid fire, but I want to hug people. If I can't do that, at least I look at them and just give them the best smile that I have that I can give them, man.
Yeah, no, but listen, hugs are underestimated. I also want to hug my friends. I want to meet them. It's been so while we've not met so many of our friends. We're not going to be able to step out. But anyway, I mean, this is the situation we are in, and it's okay. We're just trying to be safe,
So Auti,
and we're
you
saving
know,
people.
you'll be able to go live only for another 4 minutes because Insta lives can only be for an
Yes,
hour. So
hour.
okay, come on, next
My
question.
rapid fire is done. My rapid fire is done.
Oh,
I've sort of got
super.
all my answers.
Thank you, Auti.
Thank
I did
you. Thank you
I
for your
did.
time.
Let me tell you, I did an Insta live with someone which went beyond an hour and we had to stop the interview suddenly. So I just didn't want that to happen with us. Ayuthi, I have high regard for you and I want to thank
Thank you.
the company that got us together for doing this, because
Thank
I'll tell you
you.
what happens is
Yes.
it's great to chat with people who you are very fond of. And thank you. And
Yes.
you're very, very special in what you do, Ahuti. You're very, very
Thank you.
special. And you will make, and you are making a difference to people's lives. And just do
Thank
that, man.
you.
That's all.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for entertaining the whole world by just being there and the contagious energy you bring together for all of us. And you're amazing. You always uh, manage to get a huge smile and a feel good factor every time I see you, whether I see you interviewing or we have a conversation. And I wish you all the best and you continue to do that. And I hope that we can keep bumping into each other at interviews. And this will continue
Otherwise,
all
too,
the time.
man. Okay, once the
Yeah.
lockdown is done, I promise you, I will call you Samne Se, and I will keep it on priority that we just catch up for a coffee, and that's my word given.
Done. Done.
My word
Jeez,
given.
I missed you, Gina. Okay. Sorry.
And Manish
Thank
Diban,
you.
hello! Tarang Insta, I love you, brother, for that suggestion. Thank you, Kuana. Thank you, everyone who got in Asman Haya. And on that note,
Thank you.
thank you,
Thank you,
Ahuti.
Sid. See you. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.